Greetings from Maine. I'm Linda Einsiedler, Jimmy's mom, married to Chaz or Charlie Einsiedler, Jimmy's dad. Chaz is working really hard to finish all of his work before leaving for Vietnam this week. So, keeping me company is Kitty and Mr. Wonderful, a talking doll that actually looks almost exactly like Chaz, to give you an idea of what he looks like. And the doll says nice things that women really appreciate. Besides from working hard, Chaz likes to play golf. We both like watching baseball and traveling to compete in national pickleball tournaments. So I'm here to give you some background about Jimmy's family. Jimmy's Chinese grandparents, my parents, Chenmin Chen and his wife Xiaofang Chen, were both doctors. They were born in China and they emigrated and eventually married in the United States in the 1940s, settling finally in New Hampshire. Jimmy was named after his grandfather, Jimmy Chen. Chaz's parents, Charlie and Betty Einsiedler, started their family in New Jersey, eventually settling in Rhode Island. Charlie's family had emigrated from Switzerland. Jimmy is our youngest son, and like Twee, was born as a fire rabbit into the millennial generation. People still remember how, at the age of 2, Jimmy could recognize every car make by looking at the hubcaps. We would take him to any parking lot, and he would be walking with us, holding my hand, and he'd say, Cadillac, Toyota, Audi. At 4, Jimmy learned how to read on his own. We didn't realize that he could read until a longtime family friend, Trav Auburn, found Jimmy reading the newspaper before breakfast. Jimmy loved to read all the time. By 7, Jimmy was able to recite more technical facts about fighter jets and airplanes than our family friend who had been an Air Force fighter jet pilot. What I noticed most special about Jimmy is that he was always able to make conversation and get along with everyone. At weddings, it was Jimmy who would move easily, talking comfortably to family members of every generation. And that carried over to when he started working in Washington, D.C. for U.S. Senator Susan Collins. When he worked for Senator Collins, Jimmy would give tours to Mainers. One friend who'd worked with Jimmy in D.C. spoke about how everyone trusted and enjoyed talking with Jimmy because, unlike most people who worked in the Capitol, Jimmy had no political affiliation or agenda. Little bit about Twee. Chaz and I feel so very blessed to have Twee join our quote-unquote quirky family as described by my sister Patty's husband Sanjay. We love how easygoing Twee is. She fits right in, always willing to help out, cooking her favorite Vietnamese recipes to share during family vacations in Maine. We all knew Twee was the one because she brought a new spark to Jimmy and our lives. Twee puts up with Jimmy's transformer obsession and is the only person to get Jimmy to clean up his act. I want to especially thank all of our family and friends who took time out of their busy schedules to share in the special Twimmy Hanoi wedding. So a few notes about our family. Jimmy's older brother, Spike, is here today His wife Sonia is back in Maine to care for their 2 children, 2-year-old Lars and newborn Harper. If you have brothers, you will know what I mean when I say Spike and Jimmy have always had a brother-brother bond that sometimes needs to be broken up. I have pictures to show this too. Jimmy's sister, Kristen, is older, was often his second mom while growing up. Kristen and her family send their best wishes from England. Jimmy's cousin, Max Farnham, is here today. He is my sister Kathy Farnham's son. Max is here representing the Chen side of the family. The Chen sisters, Helen, Kathy, and Patty. We're also delivering best wishes from the families of Chaz's brother, John and Steph Einsiedler, and sister, Ann and Dick Crum. I'd also like to take a moment to send prayers for Jimmy's grandparents, Chenmin and Saofang Chen, Charlie and Betty Einsiedler, special thanks to Tui, Ni, Lan, and Ching for working so hard on these details that will make this Twimmy wedding so special and being such considerate hosts. We're looking forward to meeting the entire Din family and hope to see you at the American Twimmy wedding in Maine this summer. I'd like to finish with this Chinese wedding blessing for Jimmy and Tui. 10,000 things bright, 10,000 miles, no dust, water and sky, one color, houses shining along your road. Now, I grew up during the Vietnam War years and never ever dreamed that I would one day be traveling to Hanoi to meet our newest family members and toasting my son and daughter-in-law at their Vietnamese wedding. So now, in the Lunar New Year of the Rabbit, let's raise our glasses to Jimmy and Tui, our 2 lunar fire rabbits. This is Prost, which is German, Sante, Mo Hai Ba Yo. I probably butchered that. 1, 2, 3, cheers! The end.